Today we are in Hendersonville, Tennessee at Nearwater Place, and we are going to be walking through this Cumberland floor plan model home. Now make sure you stick around because throughout the course of this video I am going to be talking about the 3 different things that I really don't like about this property, but also something that really surprised me about it that won me back. Now this home is on the market for $460,000. It is a model home, so there is basically a lease back option on it where if you were to purchase it, Harpeth Valley Homes, which is the builder, would purchase it, they would lease it back from you for a designated period of time so that they continue to use it as their model home and basically as their working office for clients and whatnot that come onto the development. Now, walking into this place, you're kind of walking out from this area on the highway. And that's the first thing of the 3 that I don't like about this place, is really the location. First off, it's right in front of the entrance to Vietnam Veterans and 386. And basically, it's super busy right there. You can definitely hear some of the traffic from the inside. Maybe that's not a big deal from you, especially if you're coming from like a city environment and whatnot, but that was something that I didn't like about the property. Secondly, there's no garage for the home. So they do have parking out front as well as in the back. And they do have other units that do have both single car garages and 2-car garages, but this one in particular does not. So you're basically just going to be parking in the parking lot either out front. There's actually a section sort of around the back, which we will see a little bit later as well. So that's one thing. That's another thing that I don't really like about it. And personally, I think for $460,000, even though this is a brand new property, with the location being what it is and without that garage, I personally think that that's a little too high for this property myself. So if you are interested in it, I do think that you could, maybe sort of try and negotiate that down a bit. They haven't sold any of these properties yet, so they're still working on getting that done. A lot of times they may try and, get that first one sold just so they can sort of get some inventory moving. So that puts you in a good position to do that. But let's talk about something that really surprised me about this property. I gotta say, on the inside, once I walked in, I was kind of shocked at how nice it was. I go into a lot of model homes, and especially this being a townhome model home, I think they did a really great job, and I really love that they made the cabinets a different color. I talk about, seeing color in brand new homes a lot whenever I see it, because honestly, most of the time, model homes are just white, or inventory homes are just white. So it's nice to see this sort of this sort of greenish blue color that they painted the cabinets here. It's just refreshing to see something different, and honestly, I think they did a really great job with the interior of this. As far as like having a spot to entertain in a townhome, I mean, this is excellent. I mean, you basically have not quite like a butler's pantry over here. I mean, this is obviously just a regular pantry, but right next to it, you have some more counter space that's kind of separate from the rest of the kitchen. Like I said, not quite a butler's pantry, but I mean, you don't really see this very much. And honestly, when I walk into townhomes, I don't think, hey, I want to entertain here, but this would actually do really well for that. There's a lot of space in here on the first floor. It's obviously open concept. I think it would do a really great job with having people over. Now this is the backyard over here. Now you can't quite see it, maybe over in the upper left corner over there. They do have another parking lot. Okay, so that's basically another spot that you could actually park your car and enter through the back entrance over here. Now this is located directly next to a Waffle House. There's a Waffle House, and in fact, you have to drive through the Waffle House parking lot in order to get to Nearwater Place at the moment. There is later on going to be a second entrance, which is currently being used as basically like a construction entrance that goes around that. But at the moment, you have to drive through the Waffle House parking lot in order to get to Nearwater Place and then go through the gate there. Okay. Some people, that's just going to be a deal breaker, just straight up. Like that's just not going to be okay with a lot of people. But if it's okay with you, then, to me, the rest of this home on the interior does a good job of making up for it. And also, they've done a great job staging it as well, as you can see. Now, if you're sort of like thinking, okay, well, who is this home for? To me, this is a great example of a starter home. Somebody maybe who needs to do a lot of traveling downtown. Okay, if you're going to be near the highway, may as well, need to commute downtown and have the highway be right there so you can get right on it. That may be a good thing in that it's convenient if you're commuting, as far as the location. So you're also like not too far from sort of the Madison area. Okay, so you're in Hendersonville. You can sort of get over to everything that you need in Hendersonville, but you can also get over to the Madison, sort of like Goodlettsville area as well, not too far from there. So it's not bad for somebody who is purchasing a home for the first time. And if you like to entertain and you want to be, a spot that's easy to find because, hey, we're located right next to the Waffle House, then this might be your place. There was a time in my life where I lived in an apartment in Chicago and I had a diner right next to me. And, when I was a kid at 2 a.m, 3 a.m, college age, I would go over to that diner and enjoy a Texas omelet. And so maybe that's you, and you want to do that at the Waffle House next door. And if it is, then this is your place. There is also plenty of units in this place that are not right next to it. Okay, so this particular one is basically right on the right at the entrance there, which is directly next to that as well. There's a gas station over there as well. So you're not necessarily going to be right next to it, but this whole Nearwater Place is directly next to that. So just be aware. I do like what they did with the bedrooms up here. They did turn this into an office. Obviously, this is a 3-bed. They turned this into something else. So that's a nice option to have, depending on how many people you have living in the home. I also think, this place might be good for an investor. If you are looking to have a spot that is maybe like a month-to-month type of thing, traveling nurses and whatnot are always a good demographic for renters in a spot like this because a lot of times they're just in town for a month or 2 or maybe 3 or 4. And this is a good spot to sort of be able to handle a tenant like that because it is right next to the highway. So if they need to get downtown, they can go that way. Or also you have the several different medical facilities that we have here in Hendersonville as well. So it's really up to you as far as what makes sense as far as this house. I gotta say though, like as far as townhomes go, the interior of this place is really nice. You do have a nice walk-in closet up here. You already saw the 2 secondary bedrooms as well. Not a huge master, but again, I mean, for what this property is, I think it's really well done. It's really just, for me personally, the issue with the location. If you can get past that, if that's not a problem for you, then this is awesome. It could really work really well for a lot of people. And like I said, they do have other units that don't have that aren't right here. They also have some that are not facing the highway, though those are a little off in the distance because they're trying to sort of get all of these sold first, I think, before they make those other ones available. So it's going to be a little while until they actually open those other lots up. It might even be a couple years down the road, and just depends on how quickly they can sell these. Honestly, as of the filming of this video, there's a lot of new construction homes that are just kind of sitting. Part of that is seasonality. Part of it is because people think, there's just been some overbuilding done in the area. Can't rule that out. Does put you in a good position if you're looking to purchase a new construction home that's like a quick move-in that's kind of been sitting there a while. These builders have to pay every month. They have taxes, they have loans that they've taken out, on the lots and on the construction and whatnot. So they want to get these things moved. And now is sort of a good time to get a deal on something like this. So just something to keep in mind if you are in the market for such a thing. Now, if that's you and you are interested in the new construction process or purchasing a new construction home, you can download my free resource right here, which is called Nashville New Builds: 5 Costly Mistakes All Buyers Should Avoid. And it looks really nice on the inside because my wife is an incredible graphic designer. And so just for that reason alone, you should download it and check it out, in addition to all of the great information that's available in there as well. Now, in a second here, we are going to go back outside and take a look at what the front of this complex kind of looks like, just so that you can get an idea of what the location is like and where you could possibly find yourself if you did get out in front here. But real quick, I just wanted to say my name's Darren A. Wilson, and I'm a realtor here in the greater Nashville, Tennessee area. If you have any questions about this property or new construction, you can reach out to me right here. And I also ask that you please subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. I do home tours, I do community tours, and things like that. So check that out right here. But on that note, this is the front parking lot right here. As you can see, directly in front of the highway entrance, you do have nice cobblestone here. This is going to be your parking if you don't have one of the garage units or any additional parking that you may need outside of the garage. That's where you would find that right there. Now, if you would like to watch another townhome model home tour, you can check out the Hartley floor plan tour that I did at Stonecrest, also right here in Hendersonville, Tennessee. And I will see you guys next time. Have a good one.